All right, I got 4 pallets. Got a spot that needs a duck blind. Let's see if we can't piece something together. Here's my idea. I'm gonna run a rail across the back side, a rail across the front side. The entrance is gonna be right here on the blind. We're gonna run a strip down the middle to secure all the pallets together to be our floor. And then I'm gonna take some 2x6s and make a bench along the back side. Let's try it out. Had to get some stuff from Lowe's. All right, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna run 2x4s down the sides to secure all the pallets together. Then we're gonna build a bench along the back side and then rails up and along each side of it. We're gonna leave this open for entrance into the blind. I might add a little kicker there for the bench, but let's go ahead and do it. I went to Lowe's already, got some stuff, so don't even have to jump cut. I messed up. I made my mounts for the bench too far out, about 2 inches on each side. I'm about 4 inches off. I can barely put it on there, so I'm gonna do this. I'm just gonna cut another piece of 2x4, layer it in on the inside, give myself 2 inches on each side, screw that thing in. We're just not gonna tell anybody it's going in a swamp. It's not that big of a deal. All right, part 2 of, I think I need to do this a little different. This is gonna need a support in the middle of it. I went with 3 pallets. I went with 10 feet because I was thinking 3 shooters, it'd be comfortable. I gotta put another crossbar in front of it too to be able to lay a shotgun on it. I think we have a good start. I think it's a good start to a blind. All right, I fixed this the quickest, stupidest way possible. I just tapped a 2x4 into the back of it. And then I cut a piece off of a pallet and then tied them together in the middle. Even cut it too long. Like I said, not a single tape measure used on this job, really. I mean, I used it a little bit. This is good enough carpentry. This isn't, let's go out and build the Taj Mahal. This is a box to sit in a swamp. All right, I gotta go back to Lowe's. Gotta get some 2x10s to run across the top to be able to brush in on. Do a couple things to tighten it up, and then we're just gonna pick up at this video at the swamp. We're gonna install it, we're gonna brush it in. I gotta get some rebar to mount it. It'll be fun. So anyway, that's part 1 of the duck blind. We're gonna call this Fred's duck blind. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. Catch you on part 2. First DIY video, kind of fun. We'll see y'all. Well, welcome back. This is Fred's duck blind. That's the name of the swamp we're putting it in. Part 2, had some ideas. Thought about the blind last night. This is just not gonna do. 1, the floor, you try and get up and shoot a shotgun, boom, you're down, you're in the swamp, feet going through. So we're gonna rip up a pallet with a sawzall and then come in and put strips down. We're actually gonna shore up the floor a lot better because this is kind of dangerous with guns. We're gonna take along the back side of this rail, put another one, and then we're gonna notch it so we can sit our guns on it. And then we're gonna do cross supports so it's not that wiggly. I'm gonna get some chicken wire. We're gonna wrap the thing in chicken wire so I have something to be able to stick limbs through when we're brushing it up. Anyway, that's what I think we're gonna start on. We need to go to Lowe's. Went to Lowe's. Didn't videotape there because I'm still getting used to the social media thing and I don't want to be that cringe. Watch this. Aha! Okay, got some 10-foot boards. Figured I could rip them in half and then stick them on the blind. We'll see. Like I said, not a carpenter, but we're gonna figure it out as we go along. All right, I'm thinking we do like one of these. If I'm thinking right, and I got a tape measure somewhere in here. Here we go. Wow, this kind of looks like crap. Maybe I need to do another one, do it like a barn door, like an X on the front. I don't know, it's still kind of not great. I think I need one that way. Maybe the junk pieces will fit. I don't know, like I said, we're just kind of trying it out. All right, well, we had some changes. Cut a board too short. I'm not going to do the barn door X. It's just going to look like crap. It's going to get covered up anyway. Chicken wire and sticks and leaves, and we're going to brush the blind in. I did put that board that I cut too short. I just used it, cut a little bit of a piece off of it, used it as a support on that side. This is just going to be floppy. It's not structural. It'll be fine. The back side is really, really good. And I put another crossbar on the back over here. That way, you know, just in case you got a kid or something that's hunting with you, it gives them a little bit more back support, keeps them from falling through the blind. I was just thinking that's probably a good idea. It sturdies it up a little bit. I mean, it's a box on pallet. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna break down a pallet, and I'm gonna fill in these spots in the floor. I got some new Sawzall blades. It's a lot easier than using a hammer, so let's break down a couple pallets, fill in the floor. Now, I've always kind of been a safety fifth kind of guy, so, I mean, it's not going to be perfect. We're just going to fill in some of these spots with boards just to make it to where you can stand up a little easier. So hopefully these gaps will be gone. I'll probably have to break down another pallet. Let's see. All right, well, that's where we're going to stop it for the day. It's raining. We're not going to be doing anything out in the swamp. I'm going to have to go out with a chainsaw and cut a path to be able to bring this thing in. I was thinking about doing it in multiple pieces, but I really don't want to take it apart again. So yeah, that was Fred's duck blind part 2. We got the sides up, supports that look really, really bad, filled the floor in a little bit, put a back piece on it. We're going to go grab the trailer. We're going to move this thing out of here. I think we're going to paint it too. Actually, might take a little motor oil and diesel fuel and I might burnt motor oil this thing just to try and keep it from rotting a little bit out in the swamp. All right, well, thank you for watching. Y'all have a good day. All right, well, duck blind's done. We still got to install it, brush it in. But for now, I finished it. It's done being built. Went through, shot some paint on it, made a gun rack for the front, took a piece of 2x4, cut it, and then notched it so it'd hold a shotgun, and puts it in a good spot because you got birds coming, you can get up on them. So anyway, got that all finished up. It's looking great. It's real sturdy. I'll shoot some B-roll, show you some B-roll on getting the rest of it finished up, and let's try and load this thing up in the truck. This is about to be very, very heavy, but that's okay. Strong. You ever sing that song in Sunday school? It's like, I'm strong like Daniel in the lion's den. And when I'm scared, I'll say a prayer. And when my knees are shaking fast, God will be right there. Oh crap. This is gonna be very heavy. Let's see. Heavy. Oh. Oh. That was no joke. All right, well, now we, God, we're carrying this thing into the swamp. Good thing I got 2 other people help me. So anyway, there we go. We'll pick back up at the swamp. Probably be tomorrow. Got to get a chainsaw out there, clear trail, but Duck blind's done, going in the swamp. We're gonna brush it up tomorrow. Thank y'all so much for watching. I'm gonna clean up this garage. Y'all have a good day. Well, we got the blind over here to the swamp. Now we have the problem of we gotta cut a trail to be able to get this big thing down there. I'll show you what I'm dealing with. So here's the entrance to the swamp. We're gonna have to trim out the sides to be able to get in, probably take out one of those small trees as well. But then it's pretty much a straight shot. So you come in here, I'm gonna have to clear out some briars. You got some pretty wide entrances and a really good turn right here. And then it's a straight shot down. It's pretty wide. I've gotten a four-wheeler down there before, but we're gonna have to trim out some of these small pines and oaks. Like this is gonna have to go. It's really a good straight shot down. And then the entrance to the actual swamp's all briared up and nasty. I'm gonna have to cut and clear out this side to be able to get it in. And here's my little honey hole. I gotta tell you something super unfortunate. Dropped my microphone when I was running the chainsaw. I was reviewing the footage. It's somewhere up here in the entrance. Dude, there's no way I'm gonna be able to find that. I'll find it later. We gotta clear out the end. We are down the path. We've cleared it out pretty good to be able to get the blind down here with some help. And now we gotta clear the entrance into the swamp out, and then we can work on getting some flotation devices down to be able to move the blind across the swamp. Had to get some gloves. A lot of briars. All right, well, I think we're good. It's not gonna be easy. Nothing about this job is gonna be easy, but it's gonna be a little easier now. That's about all I'm gonna do. We'll pick back up once Austin gets here, my buddy from Benson. He's helped me move the blind in. He'll be here in about half an hour. We'll make a second video. This will be part, I don't know, 4. We cleared the trail. We'll catch y'all back here in a little bit. Thanks so much for watching. Y'all have a good day. All right, part 5, we're here. Got Austin. He's gonna help me muscle this thing down. We got about 150 yards to go down. Maybe 150, about 150 yards to go down. We're gonna muscle this. Watch us do it. I don't know. We got it down here. Got to secure the pallets on the bottom a little bit better, and maybe the chair support. So what we're gonna do is just leave it down here. We got to go grab some tools. We'll be back and figure out a way to float it down into the swamp, because carrying this, we're gonna break our neck. All right, we updated the gate. We put a gate on the front, supported the bench a little bit better. Now we're gonna wrestle this thing onto a kayak or a canoe, and we're gonna bring it out there. Let's try it out.
Please watch this with no expectations. This is super, super janky.
Yeah.
And we're rookies.
Probably gonna get wet. Yeah. Now we still have to brush it in and put the netting on it and do a whole bunch of other stuff, but for right now, that is the conclusion of Fred's duct blind. That took 5 episodes. We got it in here. It's done. If you want to build one, watch my video. I guess you can infer on how to build one. I definitely recommend using PVC instead of 2x4s for the top part. Probably would make it a little lighter. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching. Y'all have a good day.